So the height of the spawner spawns to 2. So if we can get that around, well, actually, I'm gonna just spawn them higher. So let's find out where. Let's find out the height of that. So that's all the way up to 2. Man, that's like perfect. I'll just up the height just a tad. So let's go to about 3 to make it a good even number, and we're good. Cool. So you said the middle is movable. So what I am thinking is to add some type of rotation on it, like maybe about that much, right? And then have not the arena spin, but this one spin. So to be spinning around the axis, so it'll like roll you off. I think that'll be cool. That way you're not rolling off at the same side all the time. It's always a random direction where you're gonna be rolling off. Yeah. So if I add, where's the pivot on this thing? It's in the middle. That's not that bad. It's fucking perfect. Okay, so add a game object, create empty. It's already reset. And we move it down to the bottom, wherever the bottom is. And then we're gonna find it. That sure looks bottomish. 5? Okay, let's stick to 5, make it a nice even number. So, hang on. That's our object, our cylinder, and we'll drop that in. Break the prefab instance, yes. So that's our base. And that's so we have a pivot. And let's create a prefab folder. Now after we have done all our modifications, we create a prefab. And we are rocking and rolling. So our floor plane. Okay, I gotta run through, check for collision. Alright, so we'll drop in a mesh collider. We have to probably do them separately. So that's the body of the game. Add a mesh collider, and that's the mesh. Oh, cool. Plopped in our mesh perfectly. And did we have that as bouncy? We did, and I kind of didn't like the bouncing. I want the walls to be really bouncy, like, but I'm probably gonna have to define the bounciness in code. So there we have our mesh renderer, and alright, so we're good. So if I press play now and we spawn, everything should just run exactly the same. But like I said, however, I want to, let's rotate this one. Let's pick a direction. On the X, come out right there. Let's check the bottom so we can make sure the rotation doesn't. Okay, yeah, it's floating a bit. So if we take our center pivot and take it down just enough to push our base below the bottom. So now we have our center, and as we're rotating our center, this will rotate. When you spawn on top, you'll just be dumped off. So we need a simple script that rotates just our centerpiece. So again, let me look for a nice simple script that I can gut. Call it rotator, why not? Rotator is a mono behavior. How about just Y rotator? I like that. That way we just pick a speed and just turn it around its axis. You know, there's no need to do any kind of crazy stuff. So our rotation, rotate around. The axis is up. And the angle, I don't know. I don't even know how to use this this function, but I will. Well, let's find out. So I guess we'll use our smooth time, but it's deprecated? Okay. What other? So rotate and what is that? Rotate angle X. Applies rotation of Z angle degrees around X. I don't want that. Yeah, man, that sounds awesome. And that's what you actually need, is like the enticing part of it. And that's what we need to build up. So yeah, something like that. Yeah. How about you? Have you ever thought about putting your work on the asset store? Models are a little bit tougher to get in than code. So we're gonna rotate just call that angle. And how about a 15-degree angle to start? We need to know what our transform is. That's about it. Our angle. And our Y rotator seems, whoa, to be just fine if I stop deleting all the good stuff. Okay, so here's our Y rotator. We'll apply that to the central object. Really should be applying it to the top object instead, so we don't have to hide so much stuff. So what do we want to rotate, and to what angle? It makes a little bit more sense to me. So we're not rotating the trans anymore, we're rotating the target. Alright, cool. So let's implement that one. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's if you put in animations, you know. You can do it without animations. But you're probably seeing it the same way I do. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to, you know, knock it out the park. You know, top of my skill. which is a good way to do it. Always put your best foot forward first. So here's our Y rotator, and we're going to be rotating our center pivot at 15 degrees. So let me just do a quick off and on and see how that goes. Oh, whoa, Speedy. That's probably going to throw us way off the map. Let's rotate about, how about 5 or maybe even less. I'm going to default it to 3 but change it in the inspector. So I'm going to go with 2 to start actually, because that looked really fast. You just want when you move, because you're going to roll, you'll be rolling at an angle off. You can't stay, it won't allow you to stay on the top. That looks nicer. Let me do a quick spawn test. Awesome. Here we go. Cool. So I'm gonna start it up again. Let me make I can't make the walls more bouncy. It's not possible.